Greene podcast is crazy, right?
Yo, 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 you know who it is, your boy Bruce Greene, we back again, baby. Yeah, it's been a while, but this time it's been a while for a reason. It's time for some truth and some realness to come about on the surface, you know what I'm saying? So today we have a special guest, man, a real inspiration, I think, to all of the drummers, period. And someone that started a lot of things, and we about to find out some stuff. So, yo, please, y'all, give a huge round of applause to my OG, my big bro, Gerald Heyward.
What up, man?
Yeah. What's up, man? How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
You sure are. That is great.
Yeah, I can't complain, brother. It's good to be a part of what you're doing, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you for being a part.
It's always cool because, like I said, man, I've known you for so many years. I watched you come up the ladder, watched you take your place where you are right now, and I think it's really good.
Thank you, man.
I think it's amazing because even all of the community of Philadelphia, as far as the drum community, I've watched it go from Little John to Brian Moore, to Sankey, to you, to Pudge, to Eric Etrib, to everybody. I've watched everybody come up in that community.
That's
you know
dope.
what I mean? My first interaction with Little John, I was playing with Hezekiah Walker, and we went to Philly, and I was playing at a church, and Little John was there, and I played, and me and him met then. You know what I mean? And we've been friends for all of that time. But Little John is like what I am to New York. He's that to Philly.
Right,
you know what I mean?
That's dope.
He's kind of like the blueprint. He's kind of like the dude that everyone looked up to. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's a blessing because we all figured out. We didn't figure it out, but we was placed where we were supposed to be,
Right.
and then we got comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even coming to those, the Thanksgiving sheds, and when I met you at the first Thanksgiving shed I ever went to, and I thought that your plan was amazing. I thought that what you was doing was more than what everybody else was doing on. It was what everybody else was doing, but it was your presentation made it totally different.
Thank you. Thanks, bro.
We all saying the same conversation,
Right.
but you got a little bit more knowledge in your conversation. So I kind of I met you at that point, and I thought that you was amazing. And I invited you to my show. You know what I mean?
Right. I remember them shit. I remember them.
Yeah. So this was back in probably the late '90s or whatever. This is like the late '90s, early 2000s or whatever. And
Right.
Our friendship bloomed from there. I got a lot of cats that, like I said, I just watched them come up. It's a whole segment of Brooklyn cats now. It's a whole segment of Harlem cats. It's a whole segment. Even the inception of Aaron Spears. You know what I mean?
Right.
I watched him come up. I watched, just being his friend, and it's just so cool to be able to say that. And then, I'm not an old geezer or nothing. Like, I'm not old
Right.
with a bunch of gray hair. Or,
Right.
You know what I mean? My gear ain't whack. I love the fact that everybody has come up and planted their flag where they should be.
Right.
And
That's dope.
they're doing well. They're doing well. And, my the option for me, the whole situation for me is I want everybody to do well. I want us all to win. And I feel like we are all winning. And, like I said, I told you, man, I want us to be able to feed our family effortlessly.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't.
That's real.
It shouldn't. No effort. Like, you know what I mean? I've even knowing you, these last couple of years, I know you're really into it seems like your goal is to be undependent on any artist or independent. Like, you're going to do stuff on your own. It's like, yo, I'm going to be an artist. I can sing. I can play. I can do this. I can do that. So you're putting your talent to its use more for yourself and your family opposed to for another artist family and whatever. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, it's a blessing for us to be working with these people, and it's also a blessing for them to have us working for them.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever says that, but
that's real. No, that's true. That's very true.
To have us working for them because we're good at what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And, I always say, I always used to tell Kern and Valdez this. I said, yo, man, we going to be here and the whole system is going to change. All the artists that we playing for now, they're going to be gone and we're going to still be here. And it's going to be new artists that we playing for. So it's like, this is our job. This is our
That's
life.
A good gem. That's a good gem right there.
Yeah. It's like, yo, because if you think about it, man, you've watched from your first gig up to now, the temperature has changed. The view has changed. If you notice, certain artists there no more. Certain artists that ain't relevant anymore. But you are. So
that's just crazy, right?
So we're gonna always be here. That's why it's always good for us to look out for each other. It's always good for us to make sure that our brother is taken care of, and
exactly.
anything that we could pass along and we could do, is greatly appreciated. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everyone has a time in this business, but the musicians, we respect because we're in charge of ourselves. So we respect people. We let you in if we want you in. You know what I mean? Or we'll just keep working.
Right.
So it's kind of cool. Kind of cool for us to be here and us to be doing what we want to do and having fun at it and loving it. So but enough of me rambling on. Like you can
listen, man. This your show today. This why you here, man. We need to know, some history, man, because a lot of us come from that era of, AKA quote gospel chops. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we come from the era where we all come from church and we studied Jew, and it was like, yo, how is this dude doing this double foot type? Like, what's going on? So, you know what I mean? Like, speaking of that, man, can you, if you don't mind, would you, we talked earlier for a few minutes, and I told you, you gotta wait. You gotta save it for the, save it for this. But would you mind telling the world, man, like the crazy, true, truthfulness to the whole gospel chop situation?
Okay. Well, first off, I have nothing against gospel chop.
Right, of course.
I think it was a good idea on the part of the creator that brought it to the world. As far as Gerald, Gerald's a good guy, but I never participated in gospel chops because I never wanted it to be called gospel chops.
Okay, why is that?
The reason why I didn't want it to be called gospel chops because, number one, it puts us automatically in a box. It puts us automatically in
I always say that. That's true. Yeah.
A one genre vision. So if anybody thinks about us being on a gig or doing a gig, they're gonna say, no, I don't want the gospel chops, dude, because I just want somebody to play some pocket, or I just want somebody to play the music like you go. So that's one scenario that can really
that makes sense. That makes total sense.
Has happened. So another thing was my whole situation with gospel chops is, like I said, I loved it, but I didn't want to be a part of it because this is how it started. So me coming out of church and playing R&B music, I came out of church and I was an aggressive drummer from New York.
Right.
New York is
we all remember that.
Right. New York is a big place, but a small place. So you're always fighting for space. You're fighting to be heard. You're fighting to be seen. You're fighting to get where you're going. It's always a process. So me being a native of New York, when I sat down to play the drums, I play with an aggressive style for someone to notice what I'm doing over 12,000 other drummers in the same place. So that's what brought my style to the forefront. So it's like I don't know no rudiments.
Right.
I ain't know stuff. Everything came from the heart, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever I played is what I heard in my head. and I just played it. You know, if I wanted to go in this 10-inch tom fast, I'm gonna do that fast. If the singles or doubles, I know, I just want to get this out. So that became my style. That became my signature. That became, yo, this dude can really play. So when I started playing professionally and started playing R&B music and all of that, you know, it became like, yo, who'd you study under? You know, how'd you learn that style and the doubles and all the stuff that you're playing? Like, where's that coming from? And I was like, yo, man, it's coming from the heart. I'm from church. So I held up the bloodstained banner, kept saying, I'm from church, I'm from church, I'm from church, church. So they kept, you know, asking me, okay, so could you play for us? Nah, I can't play for you because I have 4 other gigs that I'm doing. So I probably won't be able to play for y'all. That's the bottom line, right? Okay, cool. So how do we get someone that plays like you? Where do we get someone that plays like you? I'm like, well, I'm from church. So, man, you might want to get somebody from church, or I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? So right in and there, they're looking for someone that's coming from church, that play in church or something. All right? So that's where they explain the style. So now when the white people get a hold to who I am, you know, they're listening and they're like, oh my God, I'm going to learn what he's playing. Nah, you're not, because there's no rudiments. It's not in the book. You can't go back to it. So like, yo, what is this style? What is this blah, blah, blah? It's like, I'm like, look, man, I'm just from church. I don't have no technical upbringing. I don't have none of that. I just know how to play drums. And that's my heart you hear. And that's it. Okay, cool. So moving on. So the white people, they are saying, oh, man, this guy's from church, and this is how they play in church, blah, blah, blah. They let it marinate for a while. They see me doing all these gigs and everything. That's all fine, well, and good. So now it's like, all right, so we got to find somebody that plays like that. Okay, here comes now the gospel chops. They're saying, the white people are saying, okay, Gerald's from church, so it must be some type of gospel licks that he do, or gospel whatever that he does, right? So this is what the white people say. So once the gospel chops come out, they're watching it like, oh, okay, so this is like what Gerald does. This is the connection. Right. They're from church. He's from church. They're calling that's what it's called. That's his style. It's gospel chops. That's crazy. Gospel chops. That's where it come from. That's what it is. So cool. So they have a name for it now. And then the fact that we all was black, we all look young. So instead of them saying the black drummers, the young black drummers, they just call it gospel chops. They just say it's gospel chops. You know, I had somebody at my one of my clinics overseas, and they said, "Could you show me some gospel chops?" I'm like, "No, I can't show you." Right. I could just play. Right. And I don't notice, but I've been playing chops all through this music that I'm playing. Did you notice that? Right. Okay, cool. Right. That's where that comes from. So, you know, you just have to explain it. That's true. When I talked to Gerald about about what he was gonna do as far as the gospel chops thing, I told him that he needs to do some history on what he's gonna put out. So you need to have like Jeff Davis, Joel Smith. You need to talk about the history of gospel drumming and make sure that they know it's a culture. Make sure that they know it's not just some black young guys chopping. Right. Because that's the thing. You know, I had somebody say to me, yo, man, I wanted to play drums at my church, but I don't have no gospel chops, so I can't do it. What do you mean? What are you saying to me? That's true, bro. Yo, that's real. So it's just a mixed message. It's kind of the wrong message that we got out there. And we just wanted him to get the right message out there as far as, you know, if you're going to say you representing, you know, the whole gospel genre and everything, just make sure that you're saying the right stuff, man. You say, you know, we went to Modern Drummer and we went crazy about, we had to try to tell them, yo, you need to do something. There's a whole segment of drummers that you're missing. They're reading your book. You're not talking to them. You're not referring nothing to them. We go to Modern Drum. You go to the Modern Drum the Modern Drum Fest or whatever they used to have, that Modern Drummer Day that they had. You know, the rock drummers would get up there and shed and play together. The calypso drummers, all of the Latin drummers was getting up there doing it, and we was telling them, "Yo, man, we come from a culture that's just as like that or better."
Yeah. First of all, this is a culture that started damn near all of it.
Exactly.
To be real,
so,
like drums come from us. Let's be be real.
So it's crazy. So the whole thing was like, that's where that whole gospel summit thing came about, and it was so hard for us to get them to hear us. Like, we was yelling at them, basically. You know what I mean? Because they kept overlooking our community.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right, exactly. They kept overlooking it. So, you know, along with the gospel chop stuff and along with what I was doing behind the scenes, along with Aaron and Mark McQuitty, God bless the dead, and, you know, Nissan and Teddy and Gordon and all these people that we're trying to tell them, like, yo, we are part of a community that's amazing. You know what I mean? And all of this movement started from, I'm telling you, a lot of people don't know this, but at the Modern Drum Fest that we did in, I guess, like 04, 05 or whatever, yo, Boots, I cried like a baby, bro. And I'm saying this is the first time I'm ever saying this in an interview. I cried like a baby because this was something that was on my heart for so many years to try to get me to be recognized and known and have peers along with me to let them know where I come from and what upbringing was and what my knowledge of drums, how it was so backwards, but I have more than 3 or 4 people that have acquired the same type of knowledge backwards. You know what I mean? If it making sense to you. So it was very overwhelming for me. Like, Aaron could tell you, you know, Teddy, they could tell you, like, I was crying. They was like, man, stop crying. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all don't understand. Like, this is something that I've always wanted, and now we here. And I'm here with you guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here with it. I'm here, like me being a choir director, and I'm here with the choir. We about to get a Grammy, or, you know, and, you know, Aaron getting that award for being the best up-and-coming drummer. I tried to do that and never succeeded at it. So for him to be getting that award, for us to be there, for them to paying attention, Ronald played that night. So all of this stuff was a lot for me to take in, only because of, you know, I was just so overwhelmed. I was like, yo, happy. I was very happy. You know, Nat Townsley being a part of that thing, he was actually a part of it first, but he was a part of it as a jazz drummer. But no, his roots is from church. He's a church boy. His father got church. He played at church every Sunday. So, but, you know, he played for Joe Zawinul. Like, what did you tell it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a whole community and a whole system, man. Well, all you guys have done in Philly, you know, the gigs y'all been on, the stuff y'all did, you know, Adam, what he's doing, and how he's, you know, really going about, you know, making his space and everything that's going on. You know, I don't take nothing from him, man. If you could do it and you can get it, go ahead and get it. Everybody has a time. Everybody has a time where they're able to not manipulate the system, but make the system work for them. You know, make the system feed your family, make the system, you know, work for you. So, you know, excuse me, I'm very, very, you know, really, like, my goal in life right now is to make sure everybody wins, man. Make sure we all get to the next level. Make sure that we get to the next level, we look back and we bring more people. We bring more people that's deserving of it. You know what I mean? We bring more people that's worthy. You know, people that's not going to mess it up. You know what I mean? Right. You know, you've heard me talk a lot of times about, you know, your name is your resume, man. You know, once they say your name, they either say you was bad, you was late, you didn't learn the music, or you was good, you learned the music, you was on time for your flight. You know, you ain't cursing nobody out, you ain't doing nothing you're not supposed to. You know, so that's what life is about right now. These guys come to my house. We shared at least once, twice a week, and we play drums, but we also go out to eat and talk. You know what I mean? Because
that's real.
If they don't know the black and white, they're not gonna go far.
That's
you
true.
know?
That's very true,
And
man.
you know, every way that you mess up, the way that you mess up is the way your career ends. And I say that too. If you go on tour, you never drank before, and you go out to the club after the show and drink, and you hanging out with everybody, and then, you know, liquor affects you only a couple of ways. Liquor make you tell the truth. Liquor make you want to fight.
Right.
Liquor make you pump, or liquor does all of the above that I just said.
That's true, man.
So
Seriously.
you know, you go out and everybody personally, like, yo, everybody gets fired on their day off. They don't get fired when it don't be drum related. It ain't drum related because we all can play.
Right.
It don't
Right.
be
Very
drum.
true.
You can always fix that, but it's what you doing when you're not playing the drums.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's what you doing when you're not playing the drums. You may get drunk and go over to the artist and be like, yo, you fine as hell. I want you so bad. And the artist will be like, what the hell is going on?
That's
But
real.
you drunk. So,
That's true,
so
Serum.
these are things that the shorties and all of the people that's after us need to know, because these are the things that I told you when you was after me. So these are the things that you need to know outside of playing drums, because you got that part. That's not an issue. The drum playing is not an issue. It's what you do when you're not playing the drums is what's the issue.
Yeah.
And you got to be cautious of that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
very cautious.
you know, I'm here for that. I'm here to answer any questions. I'm here to put all rumors to rest. You know, a lot of things. One thing, you know, a lot of the young guys are rebels and they want to be rah-rah and they want to be able to change the world. But a lot of things that we do are just blueprinted.
Wow.
And it's like, nigga, you can't change it. I couldn't change it. He ain't gonna be able to change it. They ain't gonna be able to change it. This is just something that's blueprinted.
Yeah.
And this is the part that you can't change.
Right. That's very true, man.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know, man. Like I said, I want the message to be clear. I love Gospel Chops. I think it's cool. But, you know, I was definitely holding up the flag and the bloodstained banner for gospel drumming way before Gospel Chops came along. And I think that them dudes there was amazing players that was on there. And, you know, but you just got to give respect to respect due. And, you know, people like Jeff Davis and people like Jeff Davis and all of these guys that have, you know, made their niche and did what they did for the community, with the community, by the community, around the community. Yeah. They need to be referenced for that. And there's nothing else you could say about that. You know what I mean? And it don't cause, you know, I'm not a bitter old drummer. I would never be a bitter old drummer. I'm just gonna be one of them old drummers that keep helping people get ahead. That's what I want to be. Right. When you meet your hero, I want you to say, yo, if I'm your hero and you meet me, I want you to say, yo, I had the best experience with that dude. Who's my hero? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you remember me and you back in the day. You remember that. Yep. And that's what I was trying to do. I was not trying to let you have a bad experience if I was your hero, I wasn't trying to let you have a bad experience, because that stuff stick with you for life, man. Yeah, that stuff on your journey to making money and playing drums, you always gonna remember, oh no, I ain't messing with him. He played me. And I looked up to that dude. I supported that dude. I brought his album, the record he played on. I listened to what he was saying on drums. You know, I really respected that dude. And that's important to me. You know what I mean? I want people like Lil Dow. I want people like, you know, E-Trib, you, Spanky. I want y'all to say, yo, Gerald used to have these sheds, and I really learned a lot from that stuff. You know what I mean? It wasn't me sitting down showing you nothing on the drums. It was a conversation we might have had. Right. It was the way I kept my equipment, that you see me keep my equipment. It's the way I went about getting the equipment. It's all of that stuff. Yeah. So all of that stuff is being watched, and it's being, you know, I know it's being recorded in your mind, because it's like, yo, this is how I want to be, or this is where I want to be at. You know, Brian Frazier, the stuff that he's doing with his channel and all that stuff is great. It's really great. But
great. You're moving, man.
But I remember meeting Brian on his first gig and like saying like, I could have been a knucklehead and just saying, nah, man, like get away from me, like you whack or whatever. But my thing was, oh man, you from Philly, man? You know, Lil Jon's from Philly, you know, blah, 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 blah. And yo, man, I feel like we got a connection. We automatically connected because of the drums. That's our connection right there.
Right.
You know, we are all, you know, in the band, we the only musicians that put drums together and practice together. The guitar man don't do that. The keyboard man don't do that. The bass man, the flute, nobody do that. So that right there is our connection to each other. You know, the fact that we sit down and play drums together, and that eliminates the whole ego thing that I heard my man talking about on the internet. He talking about drummers got egos and all of that. Yeah. Nah, man, we don't have egos. And the reason why you know we don't have egos, because we share together. Right. The keyboard man may have an ego because they don't share together. They don't hang out together. They don't do none of that together. The keyboard man may have an ego. We don't
Come on,
have
keyboard
egos.
Man, get it together. Get it together. Right.
We don't have egos, man. Because show me an ego with somebody coming to sit down and play with 4 other drummers and shit. There's no ego in that. It's just, yo, I'm coming to play practice with my homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just view everything totally different. I view it totally different. And I'm like I said, man, I want us all to be great, man. That is my goal in life. I want everybody to be great. Man, I raised my son. He is a good dude. You know what I mean? I'm proud of that. And I feel like everybody else, I need to be the same for everybody else, man.
Right,
like
right.
I just feel like I should be there for everybody else. Because you gotta remember, when I started, it was nobody to tell. I didn't have no one to tell. No one to say, yo man, don't do that because you're gonna fail. Nah,
that's true.
I never had that.
That, Jay. That's real.
I never had that. So my object was, yo, once I noticed it and I was old enough to really pay attention to the fact that there's nobody guiding me through this, I said, yo, I'm going to be that dude that guides the next man through it. Like, that's the importance for me. It's like, yo, I'm going to show you. You know what I mean? I remember Jeff Davis trying to get me to play Odd Time. Nigga, I couldn't hear it to save my life.
Right.
And it was like, we don't play that in church. What do I need to know that for? It's stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now I could play in 7. You know what I mean? I'm working on 5 and 6, but I could play in 7. And I wish I would have listened to him back then because I'd be more fluent in it now.
Exactly.
But the thing is, like, he was there to tell me that I needed to do that, but I just was being hard-headed and not listening. So I'm like, I want to be the dude to tell somebody and they listen. And I show them, like, nigga, come to my house. Like, let's sit down. Let's play some drums. Let's figure it out. If you don't know where the one is, I'm going to show you how to always know where it's at.
Right.
You know, I'm going to help you. You know what I mean? You know, just like, you know, the bad boy thing me and you did. I was so ecstatic because the fact that I was doing it with you and I watched you come up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy, yo.
that was cool for me, man.
Same
that's
here.
like having
Seriously,
a kid. That, you know, that's like your son, like, and then you know, wind up all of a sudden your son is doing a gig with you. You know, you out in the front, your son is back there on the drums, like anything. Like that was that felt like really amazing to me because you was a dude that I met along the way, and I made sure that your experience with me was great, and it carried over to us doing a gig, you know, a historical gig,
right?
You know what I mean? At the time, you know what I mean? So
that's real, man.
It's a blessing, man.
A huge blessing.
Yeah, it's a blessing. And, you know, we're going to look back at this like, yo, remember we did that gig together? Wow, that's great.
You know it.
50 years? Okay, it's 50 years.
50,
but
right.
Yo, it's like, but it's a blessing, man. It was a blessing to see that come into fruition. You know what I mean? There was a lot of, you know, nights we should have been asleep, but, you know,
that's how it is. That's the job.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it all worked out. At the end of the day, everybody was on the gig. Rex, me, and you. So it's like, yo, this is what it's supposed to be. And, you know, only God knew that it was going to work out that way. So, I'm happy, man. I'm a happy, young-looking, old, and numbers dude. You know what I mean?
You stupid, yo.
I try to stay fly, fresh to death, head to toe to the day I rest, bro. I'm going to be fresh, but, you know, I always got you. I always got.
That's real.
I always got what's happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love all of the older guys, and I love, you know, what they gave to me at some point. You know what I mean? You know, I talk to Big Gad on the phone, bro, like at least once or twice a month.
That's crazy.
Like that's big for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact that he calls me, it's not just me calling him. He calls me. Yo, Gerald, what's up? Hey, man, how you doing? Like, you know what I mean? So stuff like that lets me know that, you know, I'm kind of on the right path, man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the right path. I just want everybody to be great, man. That's it. That's my whole.
That's real.
I want everybody to be great. I want us to stop. I never want us to have, you know, drum on drum crime. You know,
right.
Drum on drum crime is like black on black crime. Like, you know, that whole thing going on, gotta stop in us. Like, that's drum on drum crime. We don't need that. We don't need that. We need to exist together and be powerful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I love niggas is into the Planet of the Apes. They say one stupid monkey, but then we all together, we strong. We strong all together. You by yourself, you're a little stupid. You're a little weak.
Right.
But us all together, we strong. We really strong. So that's me. That's what Gerald is nowadays. That's where he's trying to be until I can't be no more. You know what I mean? And that's my main goal. That's my main goal.
That's dope, yo. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, Gerald. And where can they find you, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? So people, in case people don't know where to, you know, social media and all that.
Well, it's G Stro at Instagram, Gerald Heyward on Facebook.
Okay.
I don't post much. You know, I post very minimal. I never go live, but, you know, like, I put up little clips of stuff, me, you know, playing drums or whatever, but, you know, I'm not really a media savvy type dude, so I kind of say I got boundaries.
I feel you. Can people contact you through there somehow or anything? Like they want to ask you some questions or?
Yeah, y'all can hit me on the Messenger or Facebook, or, you know, DM me on any of that stuff said. And, you know, man, like I said, I'm here, man. I'll answer your questions as best I could. I'll give you, you know, what my knowledge is and how the way I learned it and how the way I think about it, whatever it is. You know, it don't have to be drums, man. It could be about life, because a lot of times it goes into being about life anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I got one thing that I have to say. It's like, you know, you go to church, man, and you listen to the preacher. Don't just listen and then that's it. You know, live that life when you leave that church. You gotta live what you learned that the preacher's giving you. So,
that's real,
you know,
man.
it's the same in everything you do, man. We get these jobs. We being around all of these millionaires. You know what I mean? I've known you not to be caught up in that, which is how I prefer everyone to be.
Right.
Don't be caught, man, because this stuff, I'm telling you, man, it's here today, gone tomorrow. So,
very true.
You know, let's get what we need from it. Like I said, it is about our kids.
Yep.
We both got kids.
That's right.
Our kids and our family. My nigga, I take my per diem and buy clothes, but that other money is about my kids, bro. That check is about my kids. So I'm just, you know, I just want everybody to know, man. I know my first tour I came home with, I was out for 6 months, bro, literally straight. I came home with $750. I spent all my money because there was nobody to tell me I was supposed to save that money to the next gig.
Exactly.
I didn't know that. I ain't know that. Nigga ain't had no bills. My rent was $30 a month. I ain't had no car. But also, I was the freshest nigga on the train.
Right.
You know, like,
right.
Because I was, you know, I'm 17 years old, man, making 18 years old, making $1,250 a week. Hey, man, I ain't know what to do with that money.
Yeah.
I was naive.
Mm-hmm.
I was naive. We didn't have direct deposit back then. We had, when you go get your per diem, they give you a check, and the road manager say, yo, you want to cash your check? Oh, yeah, I want to cash my check. Yep, wrong move.
Right.
I walk back out. I'm in a state where I ain't never been, and it's a mall, and it's all this stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm about to be
through splurging. That's real.
Bro. Yo, that's real. So stuff like that wasn't told to me. So that's the stuff that I'm here for. Those are questions I want to be answered. Those are, you know what I mean? That's the information I want to give out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, nowadays you gotta think about it, Boots. When we was coming up, we would listen to records. So listening to records to learn music and to learn chops and to learn feel and all of that made your ears bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And the ears more sensitive to music, right?
Right.
Now you got YouTube where everybody is seeing what to do. So it kind of lessens your ears, but your eyes is the visual.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I was telling these cats, I said, yo, turn off the YouTube for a minute and just listen to some music. Just listen to some music, because that's going to make your ears better. You know, if Steve Gadd was playing a 10-inch tom on a certain lick, I had to figure out if he was doing that. From listening to the record, I had to figure it out. There was no video for me to see him do that. So I could say, oh, yeah, he's hitting a 10-inch tom. I had to figure it out. I had to keep listening to the record. Keep listening to the record. Keep listening to the record. With YouTube, you just turn it on and you be like, oh, yeah, I can see he's hitting a 10-inch tom. And he's doing it like this. And I got it.
Right.
So, all these young guys should have a balance of listening to music and watching music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you gotta have ears. Your ears gotta be really, really developed, to know what to play. To know to play side stick, to know to play snare drum. A lot of times we be in the studio with these producers, they don't be producing our part. We play something and they go, oh yeah, I like that.
Right.
Oh yeah, I like it. But that's us playing it though, figuring it out. Like, yeah, I think it should be this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just them saying yeah and nay.
That's real.
So
seriously.
So it's us producing our own parts, man. So I've learned a lot over the years. I got a lot of knowledge about a lot of stuff. So I always want to impart it to somebody. So, I think that is great, I think you should call Aaron too and let him get in on something.
Oh,
he
he's
got a
definitely
lot.
Getting on here. You crazy?
Yeah.
You already know that. That's definitely coming.
Yeah. He got a lot to say. And, Aaron has been one of the dudes that I put on so many years ago, and he never let me forget that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And, that him, the way he's humble and the way he goes about everything. And, our friendship, I was in his wedding, and it's like way past the drums. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I said, it gets into life. It gets into life. I was knowing you before your life got to where it's at now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we would talk on the phone, and
right.
we talk. We talking about your journey.
That's
Oh
real.
man, I want to get out there. I want to do this. And I was like, yo, you just got to be ready. You got to make sure you're ready when your name is called. That's the only thing I could tell you. We're going to get you out there. When it's time for you, you'll be out there. Until it's time, then you just keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. Keep playing. Keep practicing. Keep listening to music. Keep learning music. Music should be a part of you every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and that's what you did. And so when your name was called, you got it.
Right.
Like I heard you when we did the Bad Boy thing. If you had to learn the music, you always would come and say, oh yeah, it's like a 14-bar loop. They turn around at the 14th bar. So it's the same thing all the way to the 14th bar. So I kind of learned the loop first, and then you came back and was like, oh yeah, I know this. I hear you saying that to Adam. Oh yeah, I know this joint. It's like a 32 bar here, it's 14 here, it's this, that. So that means you studied the music. And you didn't go look at it. You
Right.
just went and listened.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
real.
why the importance of your ears, the importance of, you know, I remember when you did the rapper dude's record, his whole album. I didn't know that until somebody told me. I'm like, yo, that's Boots? Like, yeah, son. Well, you did the what's the guy name, man? The rapper, the gospel rapper.
Or Praise, T-Wise or something like that?
T-Wise, my brother. Yeah. I love that. I love that music. But, you know, I hear your heart and soul in that music. I hear you, you know, but you knew the system. You see what I'm saying? You wasn't whack at you knew the system. But you also studied the system. You was doing music before you did that. So you was ready when it was time for you to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's a whole big circle.
That's real.
Same thing with the drums. It's a whole big circle, brother. And it's just like, yo, I'm prepared to do that. I did that such and such for like 6 years.
Right.
So I know what to do when I get in that situation. And you know, you don't think these situations are coming up, but they come up. They come up at the weirdest time. So you got to remember what you did. Remember what you learned. Remember what you put knowledge in your head about. So, you know, we got drummers, we got hard drives. Nigga. We go to our hard drive, our heads, be like, oh yeah, I know the song. I know the beat to this song. I know that.
Right.
It's all hard drive. It's all documented in my head. You know?
That's real.
It's cool.
But yo, if you seriously, Gerald, man, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the real knowledge and stuff that we needed to hear, man, because you told me some things for real that I didn't know. So I know cats out there should be happy if they didn't, you know, some things, you know, things they didn't know. But seriously, bro, thank you so much, and I hope y'all got some real gems from this. If you didn't, you can check it out by rewinding it, or you can you can check it out again, whatever. But please hit him up if you got some questions. Don't be scared, man. This is what we about. We about giving and we about love and, you know, helping the next cat. So, yo, big bro, thank you so much, man. Seriously.
No worries, man.
We love y'all. We love you. I love you, brother, and we love y'all.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man.
You know what I'm saying? Boots Greene, Gerald Heyward. We signing off, baby. 2017.
Boots Greene podcast is crazy, right? Boots Greene.